if you're going to get a fifth wheel hitch, this Teflon plate's going to be good for you. You can leave it on there. It's going to keep you from having to grease it. It's just going to slide on this, so it'll be good.
Really?
Underneath here, you're going to have your 7-way and your disconnect, or not your disconnect, but your emergency brake line. But your 7-way is going to be your signal lights, brake light, and also charging line for the batteries.
Okay.
So it'll keep those batteries charged while you go down the road. And then, of course, your traditional breakaway. So you put this on the truck somewhere. If somehow this trailer comes disconnected, it's going to lock up the brake so you don't see it passing you on the highway.
Now, I had a question on that.
Yes.
I'm thinking about putting a camera on the back of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And how would you run it? Just all the way underneath?
It depends. Let me take a peek at the back of it, and I'll give you my answer when we get to that spot.
Well, whoever would install the camera would know the best way to do that, right?
Yeah, most cameras, what they do is they just have power already wired up there, or they take power from one of the lights that's up top, and then it's a wireless connection between the camera and the little screen that you put in the truck.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's a better idea.
It keeps the labor down. But if you look in here, we got quite a few little things in here, but here's your 2 batteries. They're both wet style, marine style batteries, which they just have distilled water in there. So maintenance on that is once or twice a year. Pull this cover off, you just take the screws out and look at the distilled water level in it, make sure it's adequate. You won't always need to tap it off, sometimes it'll be fine.
4 screws on it?
Yeah,
Can you
one
get
in
to
each
those in
corner.
the back?
You should be able to.
I guess you can.
Actually, they didn't put a screw on this, so it's just the 3 screws.
Okay, all right.
So it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and hop in here, actually. Alright, that way I'm out of the way. But if you want to leave this on a trickle charger rather than removing the box, you can pull these guys off and just hook the trickle charger right to the terminal itself. And then up here, if you don't want to leave it plugged in or have any power to it, and you're leaving it stored for a little while, you could turn these guys off, and these guys are your battery disconnects. So they disconnect all power that can be drawn off from this batteries. That way there's no draw.
Okay.
So it's really good for extended storages.
But
for most of its
if you
life,
set a trickle charger here and leave it on there?
you'll be good.
Okay.
Your inverter right here, that's really for your residential fridge, so it can run off the batteries while you're going down the road. On the inside, you have a remote switch to shut it off if you ever feel the need to. You really shouldn't unless you're storing it again. But besides that, you should be good. Then this guy right here is your hydraulic system. Now the hydraulic system is for your jacks and your slide out, so it'll do both. Nothing really that you need to do there. There's no changing of the fluids. It is what it is. These guys right here are overrides for the slide outs. So what that means is,
If you lose power,
well, what it does is actually, since all your slide outs are hydraulic, is they're all on one switch inside. So if
Yeah.
you press the switch, all of them are going to come out. You can get into a predicament with that, being, let's say there's a tree on one side that's in front of one slide out. You don't want the slide to go out, but
Oh,
if you're
yeah.
hitting the switch, all of them go out. What you do is you just
Push
shut
it
off
in.
one of these valves. You just twist
Okay.
it off, and it's got little labels for which one's which. But I would, of course, try to play around with it, see which one's which. Don't trust the label, in my opinion. Alright, and then this is just a little light there.
oh, that's what that is.
Yeah.
What are the knockouts for?